Rafa, good to see you. How is things?
Good to see you too, sir. Yeah, I mean, it hasn't been too bad.
Yeah.
I left Buckswood like 2019, like 1.5 years ago. I mean, I miss it. I miss the school itself. Not too much the lessons, but the school itself, I miss it. I miss being around friends all the time. It was pretty awesome. But yeah.
Yeah. So you were there. You were there for what? I mean, you were there before I started. So I think.
I've been there 3 years. I came there on my fifth form five.
Oh, actually,
Yeah, form five. I
well,
think
maybe we started roughly at the same time. I think actually, I don't know. Anyway, so tell me about it. What made you go to Buckswood?
Good question, actually. I don't know. Like, first of all, like my dad wanted me and my brother, to come there already in my form 4 year. But at that time, my brother and me were like, England, nah. Like, we didn't want to do it because we were scared of the English, because our school English wasn't very good. And then, yeah, and then the next year, my brother and me were like, all right, maybe let's just do it for half a year and see how it's going. And then we said like, okay, let's do that. And then after half a year, it actually was like so good for us that we like continued the whole year. And then it said we wanted to do a second year, but the problem was that IB requires, it's a 2 years course. So like in the end, I had to stay 2 more years. So in total it was 3 years in order to finish my degree.
But you didn't regret it?
No, I didn't regret it at all. Yeah, it turned out like the friends I've met, they are like my best friends now. And like, it's just perfect.
So you came with your brother,
Yeah.
and is he in America as well now, or?
No, he's studying Berlin right now. Like he changed from the Netherlands to Berlin.
Oh, okay. So what are you doing out there? I assume you'd better be playing football, because man your talents need to be playing football.
Yes, I'm playing soccer. What they
call it. You American stuff now.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I want to call it football. It's football. It was always football. I don't like it here, but yeah, yeah. I'm playing football here. Just chilly. Like I didn't want to have anything like bad. I got like, so I did it over an agency. So I had to go and play some soccer with them, play some football with them, and then they tried to like get me to some universities. And I got some offers from Division 2 to Division 3. And then in the end, I decided to go to a Division 3 university just to play some soccer. I got a nice scholarship, but I still have to pay a lot though, because it's Division 3. They don't give out that good of scholarships.
Okay.
And yeah, now I'm just playing my soccer. We didn't have a season this semester because of shitty Corona, but next semester we're gonna play in a conference, and if we win the conference, we're gonna go to the nationals, which I hope it's gonna be happening, and because I want to be on TV.
Well, listen, mate, you get on the TV, we'll make sure we publicize it as well. So if it's not a silly time of day, we'll try and watch it.
Yes. I can't promise though, because of the time difference, but yeah.
No, we'll sort something out. I mean, it's just the same here, really. The football has been completely obliterated. This year, definitely. Obviously, last year we got the majority of the league done. I know it's different in America because you don't do it throughout the year like what we do here.
No, it's so weird. Like
weird. I know, and I've spoken to American coaches before about it, and it just seems very intense in a very short period of time, and yeah, it's very odd, isn't it? But
very we have like 2 to 3 matches a week.
That's just crazy.
Yeah, it's just crazy. And then like 5 times a week training. It's like,
well, the 5 times a week training. I mean, you used to train with us every day, so you know.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, there's no problem.
Yeah. So for those who obviously don't know you, who are watching, you know, thinking about Buckswood and what have you, looking at this, obviously, you've got a rather famous relative in the footballing world, correct?
Yeah.
Maybe you could tell us a little bit of who that is.
Oh, yeah. My grandpa is Franz Beckenbauer. he has played soccer for his entire life, for his whole career. I mean, he started at in a club in Munich, which I have played against as well. Quite small club, but like a local club in Munich. And yeah, then he has worked himself up to Bayern Munich, go to academy, and then he actually played for New York Cosmos. That's quite cool because like most people don't know that. When I got here to America, I was like, yeah, maybe I should go down, maybe get like watch a match of New York Cosmos or something. But yeah, no, he is a play at that time. The position he played, it was called the libero, was like in between of the center backs, kind of maybe a little in front of that. So kind of acting as a center back and also like as a forward. And yeah, he won 2 World Cups, one as a player, one as a coach. And while that, he won a few Champions League Cups, but they at that time they were called different. They were called like the European Cup or something. I'm not really sure. And yeah, and now he's chilling his life.
How does he feel when you start talking to him about soccer? I'm sure he loves it when you call it soccer, doesn't he?
I have no clue. I actually couldn't speak to him yet because of Corona. We didn't have a Christmas party, so he was like always at home, not going out. So I haven't actually talked to him since the pandemic.
Right. So yeah, so you obviously you've got a good pedigree, and as you know, I mean, you know, we obviously spent a lot of time you know, competing and what have you, and I always enjoyed, you know, talking to you, and we talked football and we talked general things, and it was great fun. I always found you to be an extremely nice person to hang around with.
Thank you.
So, you know, you had some injuries. You had quite a few injuries in the last year, if I remember correctly, because I know that you struggled with it in the county final. So, I mean, everything obviously is cleared up now. Yeah, I mean, you're fully fit and no long-term injuries.
My stamina went a little worse over the Christmas holidays, but
didn't all of us?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I always had like some problems with my hip.
Yeah.
And knee was always a little fucked, but yeah, my hip always made me some problems. I don't know why or how this always happened, but maybe I wasn't stretching well enough, which I think I did most of the time. But yeah, I don't know. Like always had some problems with my hip, which hurted when I was running. But in the end, now I don't feel anything. I'm feeling good, so I think that's all right.
I'm sure being in the sunshine helps.
Yeah.
I mean, which part of America are you in at the minute?
I mean, I'm Boston area, so above Boston. It's quite cold at the moment.
Massachusetts area,
yeah. New Hampshire, this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite cold at the moment, but in the summer, like around beginning of April, it gets really, really warm again. So I'm looking forward to that.
Well, that's nice, isn't it? At least you're not in Texas. They're having it a bit rough down there at the minute, aren't
they? Yeah. That's true. The thing is, but I also don't like if it's too hot when I play football.
Yeah, I can understand that. All right, so you come to Buxwood. You ended up, if I remember correctly, in the last year you were head boy. All right. Yeah. You used to have to wear the wonderful cape and what have you.
The stick.
What?
Stick.
Yeah, and the stick. Yeah. What was the was there anything that stood out for you? What made Buxwood for you?
Sorry, like, could you say that again?
Yeah. Like, so what about Buxwood was important to you? What made Buxwood, you know, so interesting to you?
I felt like the size of the school, like I got there like in Form 5, the first 2 weeks, like I was scared and like I was like just like trying to talk to some people with my brother, but literally after like 2, 3, 4 weeks, you knew already the whole school, like you knew everyone. Like it's like I just love that, like that everyone knows each other, like everyone is like kind of friends together. And like it's just like cool, and like it's just a nice campus. You can directly go play football with your friends. You will directly where your classes are. Like it was just like a nice experience with all your friends. It's like it's like better than like normal school where you just get up in your family's house and then go to school, then see your friends for a day, and then you don't know what they're doing anymore. You just leave them. But then you actually like gonna have fun when you in the evenings, that's when the fun starts with your friends.
Yeah.
But like yeah, also the teachers. I like the teachers a lot. Most teachers were like so nice to us and trying to get us through. Miss Richards, Mr. Bramley, Mrs. Bramley, like these were like the teachers like which I really enjoyed going to class to.
Oh, good. Good. I mean, you know, as I say, we well, as you know, definitely ever since I've been at the academy, we've always tried to support you guys with your academic side as much as your football side.
I,
So it's you know, we always tried to work very closely with the teachers.
that's true. I like
Is
that.
there one game or one event at school that stands out for you?
A goal or for me or like just
Well,
like
I mean, when you were there, as I say, you were there Form 5, so you had what, 3 years there in total.
mhm.
Um, how was your footballing journey? Was there anything in that footballing journey that stood out for you?
I mean, yes, also negatives,
Yeah.
but that was because we lost quite high. That wasn't Form 5. That was like in the national under last 16s or last 8 in the National Cup with our under 16s or under 15s. I can't remember. I think it was under 16s with our under 16s team, and we were so close. We just got a new. There was a one German kid we knew from class, and he liked to play football too, and he then just asked if he can join the football academy for a lower price, so he would just like train twice a week or so.
Mhm.
And he directly played in that match because we needed a center back, and he wasn't like the best of the best, and like legit 5 of his goal, like we lost at that game 7-2, and 5 of the goals were like really big mistakes from him as a center back, which kind of lost us the game, and everyone was just pissed about him. But that's like not the best like story, but like that was like crazy at that time because we were so hyped for the National Cup. But otherwise, I really enjoyed when I was in Form 5, when I got there, when I was 15. I was playing for the under 19s like every match. That was really cool. I really enjoyed that. And that I think that was with Daryl. Like, yeah, I think
Yeah. That would have been the year before me. Yeah.
mm. And yeah, I really enjoyed playing with for the under 19s and Form 5 year. And yeah, what actually probably like the best like memories were like the final for the under 19 second 11. That was quite nice. That wasn't my last year, like
Mhm.
in March, April or whatever, May, when we had that match. I think we
Yeah.
won like 2-0. That was
The
cool.
one
I
that
really liked
the
that.
one that can't come running on.
But otherwise, I always enjoyed going with my friends to matches. It was just always just cool. Of course, it was better if you win afterwards, but I
Yeah.
always enjoy doing that.
No, we did it. We did it.
I
I
don't
mean,
know,
I
like
know obviously.
let me think if I have.
So what I was saying was, obviously before the virus, whilst you were here, we did a lot of trips. We went to see a lot of professional games. We went to Wembley a few times and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, this virus has sort of killed that off for a little bit. Makes it very difficult. But was there ever a trip or a competition that you know you would like you would recommend to other people to do? Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, we have watched the international game. I think it was Brazil against Germany or something something
Mm-hmm.
like that. In Wembley. That was in Wembley. Yeah,
Yep.
I liked that. I don't know. It was like this international feeling because like the people from Germany were going, and then there were the other people who were like supporting the other teams. Just like I don't know. I like that. That was cool.
We had obviously a mixed group of students, as you know. It was an international school, so we had lots of people supporting the Germans and some
Mm-hmm.
supporting the Brazilians, and you know, some were just there shouting their heads off for the fun of it. But yeah, we've done a lot of good trips. Going back to the county final, the under 19s county final, which you won. And you know, that was an interesting year that year because
Mm-hmm.
that was with Rafa. wasn't it,
Mhm.
Coach Rafa? And you couldn't play so much in the first team as you had done in the past, which is the
Yeah.
reason why you were playing in the second 11, wasn't it? Because you were spending more time with your studies.
Yeah, I didn't very often go to training, like not even matches. And then I was told that I was still in the age for the second level, or like I think Felix or someone, like we decided to play in that game because like some players were missing, I think, and we definitely wanted to play, of course, in the final. And yeah, I mean, it did turn out well in the end. I was glad that I played, even though my studies and stuff, but I couldn't. I had to play. I wanted to.
I can remember because we got to the final and I don't think you'd eaten during the day, and so we sort of had to send one of the guys off to go and get you some chips from the on-site caf, didn't we? Because you
I
were
think
struggling.
so. I think so. Oh,
But
was
yeah, no, it
cool.
was good. So
So cool.
that year, I mean, obviously, as I say, you were playing a lot of second 11. Would you say there was a noticeable difference of playing second 11 compared to first 11?
I mean, in the my last year, I don't think so. I mean, I had the feeling that mostly like from the second 11, the people already also played in the first 11. It was kind of a mix. I felt like a mix of first 11 and second 11 players on the second 11 team. In the first 11, I mean, in my Form 5 year, there was a big difference, like a big difference between the under 19s and under 16s. So because we didn't have a second 11, we just had the under 19s and under 16s, and that was it.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was a big difference. I mean, the age is obviously a big difference, but also like the physically and like how they played, like the level was crazy. I don't know how it was this year or like when I left, but the level in my Form 5 year of the under 19s, that was awesome. Like they were really good. Most of them are playing like Mofi term. He's like playing for
FC Lorient.
FC Lorient. That was quite nice. Like to see that. I told him when I was playing with him, I told him I want to see you on TV, and like he actually did it. It's crazy.
Well, you got him and you've got Kane. They came from the same group, didn't they?
Kane is also going to Bermuda as a national team. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I like that. Like to see that they're posting about that.
So we just got to get you on the telly, and then that'll be a good setup then, yeah.
I don't think it will work out in the end. I'm not really aiming for anything professional, but I'm trying to get my degree done here so I can focus a little on work. But of course, I'm not gonna stop playing football. I'm still eligible to play here in the NCAA for like another 4 years. Okay. So I have time. I can still play. I can still get drafted. You know, in the end, I can still get drafted. But
sometimes it's just being in the right place at the right time, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Exactly.
Yeah. So again, with the final, so we were there. It was at Bromley. So tell me about it. What was your feelings in the run up? Because obviously it was a bit of a drive for us to go up to Bromley. And what was it like playing with those guys?
I mean, I knew most of the team. Some of them I didn't really know very well because they were like maybe 1 or 2 years younger than me. But yeah, it was it was crazy because like Felix and me who played as well. We haven't been to training like probably the week before. Like maybe we've just gone to 1 or 2 trainings before the match, and like we haven't really played with the team a lot at that time, and we were like kind of scared. I was nervous, of course, before finally, obviously nervous, I think, but like I was really nervous. And then as soon as I'm on the pitch, then I'm completely fine because then it's happening anyways. You can't do anything. But like before the match, I'm always nervous. I'm always really nervous. But
we had you on one side, and we had the rugby player Jonathan on the other side. And if you actually watch the game video, he gets thumped at one point, but he doesn't realise it. I had to show him the couple of days afterwards because he didn't realise he'd been hit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was really funny because I showed it to him and I said, "Look, did you realise you got hit?" And he went, "No." And it was just like, all right, fair enough, no problem. You know.
But what I thought was really cool was that most of the upper six guys from my friends, they were joining with like the big drum and doing their Turkish chant
The
from
Besiktas chant.
Khan. Like he always had the best ideas for that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah,
His
we don't have
song,
that now. It's a bit of a shame. We miss him.
yeah, like the Fenerbahce song against like Besiktas. It's so good. It was so perfect for that for Buxton.
Yeah, it was good fun though. So, obviously we won. We got 2 lovely goals out of it. Who was it? So, I can't remember who was our striker at the start. He was extremely rapid, if I remember correctly. But he couldn't. He never got the ball once.
Samuel.
I can't remember. Sebastian or something. I don't know.
Samuel.
But he was rapid, wasn't he? But he never actually got the ball. He just scared the defenders.
Santiago. You mean Santiago?
Yeah, Santiago. That's it. Yeah. And he just scared the life out of him, didn't he? He was so fast.
But he always ran. Every time he ran.
Always run. But the thing is, the other manager thought he was Khan. So when Khan came on, it was like, no, mate, you got it wrong. It wasn't him.
Oh, man. Yeah, it was crazy.
That was good, though. I mean, you got a win. You got the medals. And it was great. It was a great team effort, if I'm honest. I mean, we like you say, you had Felix, and I remember Felix hadn't done anything for a long time. And there were a lot of them. There were a lot of players in that team who hadn't done any football really up until that moment.
Yeah.
And I can remember having to run around trying to get people to go, will you play? Will you play? I even asked your brother, and your brother turned me down.
Yeah, we told him. Felix and me were like, Niklas, what are you doing? Like, go. But he was like so scared because he didn't run for very often. Like his stamina was done, so he didn't want to go.
No, as I say, it's one of those things. But I remember when we won and we got back in the changing rooms, and it was just crazy. It was people bouncing everywhere, and it was just like, yeah. And it was an unbelievable trip home as well, if I remember correctly. Yeah. We just kept shouting all the time, and
we didn't get the cup though, did we? Like the bigger one.
No. They sort of. I think Khan running onto the field with everybody else sort of scared the life out of the elderly organisers, and they ran off.
It's so typically Khan.
But so anyway, as I say, you're now doing bigger and I wouldn't say better things, because obviously being with us at Buxwood is obviously the greatest thing in the world. But so how's it been since you left?
I mean, after my time in Buxwood, I directly went to a German university, and I've been there sorry, my mouth is so dry. I went there for a year. I was studying international tourism management, but this major was a little too broad for me. Like, wasn't really what I wanted to do, and I couldn't play football. I did because I could, but I had to go to a local club, which was TSV Schott Mainz. They were really good. They were really, really good. They're playing like a league below Bundesliga. I was playing for the under 19s there. That was a really good team, but I only could play for half a year because I then wanted to change to America. I always wanted to go to America and play football there. I don't know, it was always kind of like, it seemed cool if you can combine both like easily. Like in Buxwood, I could combine like football, my passion, with my school. And in America, I could do the same. In Germany was really hard because like you don't even have a campus. You only have a university where you have to go to, and then you have your soccer or football from a local club. Yeah. And then you have to see and manage like the time like by yourself. Like nobody cares. Football doesn't care if you have school. School doesn't care if you have soccer,
Yeah.
That annoyed me a little. So I decided to go to America in the end. And now I'm enjoying being here. I'm in my second semester now, but I'm a sophomore, so a second year university student, because I transferred my credit to here. That saved me a year, because in America it's 4 years, which is studying. So, but I'm happy to do only 3 now.
Yeah.
And yeah, since Buxwood actually, it hasn't been too bad. was able to do my stuff, was able to do what I wanted to do, and yeah, in the end, like everything, I don't regret anything so far.
Good, good. So I'm going to ask you two questions, and I've asked it in every interview. So this is I'm going to ask you. All right. Okay. So the first question is: in all the time that you were at Buxford, who was the player you really liked playing alongside? And then secondly, in training, who did you hate playing against?
Of any of my 3 years or
Any of your 3 years. So who was the player you most enjoyed playing with, and who was the player that was the hardest to train against?
the thing is, the first player I met on the team who I talked to, or like on the first day, because he was also my class, was Gabo, the Mexican guy. So from the first day, like, you're always playing with him, so I enjoyed that a lot. And he was our goalkeeper in like from 5 year. That was really nice. I really loved Gabo.
But he played centre back in the final, didn't he?
I know he did.
And it was like, what are you doing?
This dude is crazy. It's just.
And we played Austin Peters.
Yeah.
Austin Peters, who hadn't played all year. In fact, I still have a picture of him because he went up to rugby, didn't he? And he did all the player photos, and the one he came on when he had all his face paint on. I still have that picture. I might find that later and put it on.
That's such a bad picture. This is
but he hadn't played all year, and then we persuaded him to go in goal, and he probably played the best game of his entire life.
Just crazy how everything turned out so well. I don't know. Just crazy.
But he was a funny character, wasn't he? He was a funny character.
I mean, who I actually then enjoyed playing next to.
Yeah, who was the toughest for you to play against?
Oh no, Gabo was like the player who
Gabo was good, yeah.
Playing with, but like actually in a game, I enjoyed playing alongside Gabo's brother because he was playing center back with me.
Yeah,
I was playing left back, and yeah, Gabo's brother, and like some of the under-19s guy was really nice to play. Then like who didn't I like? Good question actually. I mean, it definitely was one of the under-19s guys.
Yeah,
because they were always like really good.
Who was the most challenging?
Like Morphy, or maybe one of the center mid guys, like Son, like the Korean Austrian.
Yeah.
He was really good. Like he's always on your feet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's where like the most players I didn't want to play against, or like George, or like one of the black guys. They were always good.
Yeah, I'd say we've been quite lucky. Even obviously we had a lot of good players before I joined the school, but there were a lot of good players whilst I was there. So we've been very blessed with players, and in my opinion, you can class yourself in one of those because you never let me down whenever I asked you to play. You always played a really good game. And as I say, the final is a prime example, is that you played till you dropped, and that was, for me, that's a sign of a good player. You play and play and play. You don't have to be the most technically gifted, but you battle everything you played, and that's what you did.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, as I say, we're putting this sort of stuff on our YouTube and what have you. We've sort of progressed probably from your day, because we've now got Twitter, TikTok. We've got a LinkedIn page. We've got a Facebook page. We've got everything. We're socially all over the shop.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were to talk to somebody who's thinking about coming to England, to study, right? So the question is, why England? Why should they come to the UK? And why should they especially come to Buxford?
Good question. Definitely for international students, why England? Definitely to learn the English. And I love the British accent. I don't know, I love the British accent. The people tell me here in America that I have a British accent. I don't know, I don't really think so, but they say so. But yeah, because of you learn English very quickly, even though it's like harder to understand sometimes. But in the end, you have a harder accent you can understand when you go there for a while. England is a beautiful country. I mean, I like the coast where Buxford is located at. Even though Hastings, it's what it is. I mean, Hastings, is all right. Um, um, Otherwise, Buxwood, I mean, just the community. If I don't know if Sutton is like still like doing a lot there, but
Yeah, he's
that
got
was
back. He's got back into it now. He spent a couple of years stepped away from it, but he's
mm,
doing more there again now.
that's good to see. That's good to hear because when Sutton was there, he was like when he was managing everything in my Form 5 year, it was like perfect. Like everything was so chilled. People were not like so stressed most of the time because maybe of Samson, Mr.
Hmm.
Samson. I don't know. Um, Everyone always had problems with one of the senior managements,
Hmm.
and yeah, it was more relaxed. I felt like when Sutton was there, and like community is always so nice. Like the people are like never like really mean to you. Like there were never like people which were like completely out of the line, you know, out of so I really enjoyed that not so many weird people got there. And what else? Boxwood. Yeah, I mean the football academy. I like that. I mean that we train a lot, that we have matches, that we are actually in a league and stuff.
Hmm.
Because for a football academy, I didn't really know how it worked before I got to England, and so I really enjoyed that we actually have like proper leagues, proper trophies to go after.
Yeah.
Um, um, then yeah, day students, what should you do about them? But they were always there, always gonna annoy us, always gonna do something. But I don't know, maybe it's different this year. Maybe they have better connections to them. We didn't really talk to them.
It's obviously been difficult because since I mean we obviously went back in September, and September to December we were there, but
Mm,
they've been working in year bubbles, so it's not been like when you were there where everybody trained together and everybody knew. It's been a lot more segregated because of the virus, because we you can't mix year groups with different people, so it's been a lot different.
mm,
So
yeah,
it's yeah, I can't. I mean, it's not the school's fault. It's just the way it is. You've got to deal with the issue at hand. But yeah, I mean, as I say, for me, when I started, I started off with the juniors, so I had forms 1 to
okay.
3, and that included people like JJ and what have you. JJ.
Yeah,
Thank the juniors has always been a lot, very day student orientated, very UK based students. It's always been that way, and then it sort of goes from Form 4 upwards. You start to get more international
yeah.
students. So I've had people I've had JJ and Andrew,
Austin,
and
like
yeah,
the blonde guy.
yeah, and a lot of the other guys I've had them go through.
Yeah.
And they've always been they've always been well to integrate. So JJ's always been a footballing brain. He's got on well with everybody. He gets So, but I understand what you're saying. Sometimes day students, they sort of come in, do their stuff, then leave. There's no
Yeah. There's no
intermingling.
reconnection.
Yeah, but it is the nature of the school. It's difficult, I suppose.
Yeah. No, I can imagine.
But say JJ and his age group obviously won a national final. Well, it was postponed. It was last year's final, but they
No,
won
I know.
that.
I know JJ because in my Form 5 year I went with him and Austin, another guy. We went to like a district trial or whatever
Yeah.
this was called, and like and I think he came afterwards as well to another to this East Sussex or Sussex
Yeah.
trial, whatever. There was also like a where it chose players. That was really nice to play.
Yeah, as I say, I mean, obviously trials and that. So this year have been a bit strange, but I mean, JJ, again, the prime example. He before Christmas was on trials with Millwall. There's a possibility that he may go to another lower league team called Forest Green Rovers. They're good setup.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
So he's doing well. So as I say, if someone was looking, you would recommend Buxwood.
Yeah, I would definitely like the area is nice, like directly at the coast. I mean, you have to gotta be careful with the weather, obviously. Wind is always there. I mean,
Always windy across the front pitch.
I mean, from the boarding schools, I think it's one of the best. I mean, of course, there are like more expensive ones, but the price, yeah. What else can I say about Buxwood? I'm just thinking like, what can I say about Buxwood? What else did I like? I mean, yeah, the boarding houses, they're all right. Like, they're not bad. Sometimes the heating is off, but in the end, like, most definitely nice living there with like your friends in the same house, not too far apart. You can easily go there in the evenings, chill, do your stuff, get work done. And the library. I like the TJs. I really like TJs.
TJ's is still there. The
Is it?
gym,
Yeah.
the gym's moved about a bit. I think since you left, it was underneath TJ's for a while, and then it's moved from there to the old IT tent.
Oh, really? Did
Yeah.
it? What, really? Where did the IT go then?
Well, the IT now have got rooms in the Fountain Block.
Okay. Oh, crazy. Okay.
So, yeah, things
I mean,
have moved because it was a gym underneath TJ's, and then that moved, and it became a STEM, like a debating,
Yeah.
big thing. And now it's like a common room for a lot of the I can't remember what age groups it is, but they've changed it a lot, put classrooms and stuff in there, so it's a bit strange. And we're moved. We're no longer in the shed in the courtyard. We're now down close to the Astro. So you know where the old business block used to be?
yeah.
Yeah, we're in there now. We actually own we have all of those rooms now. So we've got the back room, storage, and the two other rooms.
Directly at the soccer,
and
like football pitch down there.
Yeah.
Directly.
So we've got a
Really?
proper setup down there now. We've got
Yeah, that was my form class and my business class in my upper 6th year. Okay, no, cool. What happened to the small football office?
it's still there, but it's now rugby.
Rugby. Okay.
So Mr. Claughton's now got it,
Oh, really? No.
and he's loving it. And obviously, Miss Godden and that they've moved into what used to be the old uniform office.
Mm-hmm.
So the uniform office is now where they used to be, down near the tennis courts. Yeah, so but Buxwood, he moves stuff all the time.
Yeah, that's true. Always organizing.
Always. Yeah. Well, listen, mate, I've got no other questions. Unless you something else you want to say.
I don't think so. I think I've said like most of the stuff which I can think of.
Okay. Well, thank you, Rafa. I'll stop.